Relax to the sound that goes around, 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 around. She said, hey, 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 feeling the fire with the burning desire. Every day we inspire, but never expires. But we gon' chill today, let me rock the world tomorrow. Yeah.
Hello? 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 Hold on. Hold on. Okay. What's up? It's been like a week since my last stream. It's because my CPU fan died, which made me think, like, I wonder how long it's been dead for. Because this game kept crashing, and I kept getting a thing saying my CPU was overheating, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense, because, like, it's only this game that does that. And then, like, Tuesday, I was like, I don't remember, I was like sitting here doing something, and I leaned my chair back like that, and like I looked down at my PC because I had these stickers. Well, I already put them on there, but I had a couple stickers on my desk that I was like, I want to put those on the side of my PC, and so like I looked over to see like where there would be space for that, and I saw that my CPU fan wasn't spinning, and I was like, that's weird. Hold on. And then I was like, I just like started doing research, because I was like, I know, like CPU fans or like any PC fans, they have sensors, or like your motherboard has sensors, for like temperature, and it'll tell your fans like when to spin, basically. And so I was like, I wonder if my PC, because it was cold, it's been cold, like super cold the last like week here at least, and I realized it was because it was what was the weekend before that Sunday, I think my brother was over, Sunday and Monday, but he left on Monday. But anyway, I thought it was cold because like I was like, oh, they mess with the thermostat, or I think Monday it was hot, and I went and looked, and I was like, oh no, it's actually like set to cold, like the heater is turned off. It is actually set to cool down the house if it gets too hot. So I was like weird, like I was confused by that. But anyway, so I just like left it, I left it alone, and it just killed, like, it was cold. It's been cold like the whole last week because the heater hasn't been on. But I was like maybe it's been like too cold for my CPU fan to turn on, which, like, I don't know, like I didn't think that my CPU fan should ever be off. But then I was like reading about it, because I was like, I don't know, like what are like normal temperatures, and like I was looking at my temperatures, and it was like sitting around like 40 degrees. So I was like, okay, like it's not too hot. But I feel like the fan should still be on. And so anyway, I was like reading, and like I saw a few things saying like, no, your fan should always be on, which is what I kind of thought and think. And then I found other things saying like, oh no, sometimes like your fans will turn off because the temperatures aren't hot enough to need them or whatever. And so I was like, okay, maybe it's that. And then I was like, let me try to play some games and stuff, because I was like, I don't know, like I was like, I don't know how long it's been like this, because like almost like since this game has come out, like I think like since the game came out, like maybe not the first night, but like in the first week that I was playing this, the game was crashing my PC. Like I think the first time it actually blue screened, but every time after that it would just shut off completely, and then when I turned it on, it would have like a little message saying like, your CPU temperature is too hot, or like shut down because CPU temperature is too high or whatever, check your cooling and then, you know, click OK or whatever. I don't know if the fan, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't like look at my CPU fan very often. Like, I'm not like checking to make sure it's spinning or anything, but like, I don't know. I wonder if it's been like having issues. Well, and that was the thing, is like, well, and that is the thing too. It's not even the CPU fan. It's the CPU fan header on my motherboard that's bad. But anyway, I was doing like troubleshooting and stuff like that, and the fan would spin. It'll spin when I turn on my PC, like when it's doing the posts. When it's posting, I don't know if you can say posting, but when it posts, the fan kicks on. But then as soon as it starts booting into Windows, like even into the BIOS, well, I don't know if it would be on in the BIOS, but when it boots into Windows, like once it starts booting, the fan stops spinning, and there's no way to get it to spin again. Like I tried a million things. I tried like downloading different programs that control your fans. I went into the BIOS and like I could see it. Everything detects that there's a fan there, but nothing can control it. Like nothing would spin it. Like it would say like, oh, it's at 0 RPM, but like if you try to like turn it up, it doesn't spin or anything. Even in the BIOS, like I was like messing with all the different I have a MSI motherboard, and I was messing. It has like a graph that you can like set your fan to like be at certain speeds at certain temperatures. And I was like 0 degrees, like go to like, you know, any percent spinning, and, you know, tried a million things, and nothing would make my CPU fan spin. And then I was like, okay, what if I plug it into a different fan header instead of the CPU one? And then it worked. Well, and that was after, so that was on Tuesday. Like I saw that, I noticed that Tuesday, like during the day, and I was trying to troubleshoot it a bit during the day, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna like work on this later tonight, because I was like just tired. And so then later that night, Tuesday night, I think Tuesday night, I don't know, whatever the first night I didn't stream was, I was trying to troubleshoot it and nothing was working. Nothing could get it working, and I was like, this fan, like the fan's dead, because like it stopped spinning after a minute, like after a while. Like I kept like restarting and troubleshooting and doing like trying different things, and like I was saying, when I would press the power button, it would spin until it started booting, and then it would stop spinning, and then eventually it stopped spinning at all. Like it wouldn't, like I would push the power button and it wouldn't spin up at all, and I was like, okay, like this fan is dead. And so I ordered a new fan, the same fan, because I had that fan. I was talking about this the other day too. Like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, a few weeks ago. And I think I've talked about it a few times over the last few months. But anyway, almost everything on my PC, the motherboard, CPU, and GPU, and RAM, I guess, get like refreshed every couple years, every few years, depending on like what I buy. Like if I'm like, oh, I want a new CPU, then I get a new motherboard with it, and then I probably get new RAM too, and then just keep my graphics card. Or if I get a new graphics card and I'm like, okay, now I'm being bottlenecked by my CPU or whatever, so I'm gonna upgrade all that stuff. But I didn't do that this time. I don't remember what actually, I think I got a new motherboard with the GPU, but or maybe even I don't remember. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Because the point is, my heatsink and fan I've had them for 10 years. And so I was like, okay, like the fan, it lasted 10 years. Like, I'm not surprised that it is dying now. I'm kind of bummed, but I'm going to get the exact same one because it's so reliable. And like, I'm like, dude, 10 years for a fan, $20 for a fan that lasts 10 years, and I never have issues? Like, yes, give me another one. It's a Noctua something -15. I think there's an A in there as well. It's like Noctua NA-15 or NHA-15. I don't know. NH-A-15. I don't know. Whatever. But so I got another one, and then I like Wednesday, I literally paid for like next day shipping because I was like, dude, I can't, like, I kept using my PC because the temperature was so low. Like, I kept watching the temperature, and it never went like above like 45 degrees Celsius. Like 44, I think, was the highest I saw it. And it was funny because I was like, I wonder if I can play 14. Like, I was like, I'm not gonna stream on this at all because like OBS and this game would like break it again. But I was like, I wonder if I can play 14, because every time this game crashed, it said like it was the CPU overheating. I was like, this doesn't make sense, because 14 is like I feel like 14 is should be a heavier game, like heavier on CPU and GPU resources and stuff like that. And yeah, I was like, I can play 14 for like 8 hours straight and never have a crash or any issues, like frame drops, nothing. And this game is like overheating and crashing and like all these problems. But anyway, I was like, I wonder if I can play 14 for a little bit. And so like Wednesday during the day, I think, or no, Tuesday, I don't know, whatever. I like someday before I had the new fan in, I opened up 14 and I had like HW monitor or whatever, HW info open with all the sensors. And I watched my CPU temperature go from like 38 to like I don't know, like I want to say 90, but I can't remember if it actually hit 90 degrees Celsius or if it just if the maximum was 90 or something. But I know it like got real hot real fast. Maybe it went to like 60 something. And I was like, okay, I just like quit, and I was like, I'm not trying that, I'm not playing that. And then the temperature dropped down pretty quickly back to like 40-ish. But anyway, I was like, Tuesday night I ordered I ordered that fan. What else? Oh, I ordered like a duster, but an electric duster, not like canned air. It's like this tiny little, basically like it's like a little blower, like a little reverse vacuum. And it was smaller than I thought, and I'm glad it was as small as it was, because I was like, I don't like, where am I gonna, like, when I was planning on ordering, like looking at what I wanted to get with the fan, because I was like, I need to dust out my computer. I'm gonna clean it out while I, swap the fan out. Yeah, whatever. I was like looking at like duster, and I was like, I should just get like one of those electric dusters that you just plug in and it like blows air, because then I can save money on buying cans of computer duster, like canned air, over and over again. And it just seems like something I should have. And I was like, I don't know why I didn't get one sooner. But anyway, yeah, whatever. And when I got here, it was smaller than I thought, and I was glad, because I was like, as I was planning on ordering, I was like, I don't want, like, where am I gonna put this? Like, I'm gonna have to keep it in my closet or something. But I hope I have room for it. And it was a lot smaller, and I was like, good, because I don't know why you need a big one, but whatever. Anyway, so whatever, I ordered those two things. I can't remember, there was something else I was gonna order, but I decided not to. But anyway, when I was paying for it, I was like, hopefully I can get like next day for like a decent price, because like I want I don't want my PC, I'm not gonna turn my PC off because the temperatures are fine, but I'm scared of something going wrong, so I want to replace it as soon as possible. And so when I went to like check out, it was like there was like the free like 2-day delivery with Prime, because I ordered off Amazon, and then like $10 for same-day delivery, and it said it would arrive by like 5 p.m. Well, between 5 and 10 p.m. on Wednesday. And so I was like, okay. And then it got here like 7 p.m. But I was asleep because I stayed up all day, like just trying more like troubleshooting and stuff like that. And then I was also hoping that like it would get delivered earlier. And then around like 5 o'clock, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to sleep, and I'll hear it when they drop it off, or like when my phone vibrates, because it'll send me like an email saying like delivered or whatever. And then I woke up at like 8 or something like that, and it was delivered, and it said it got delivered at like 7. And I was like, okay, cool. And I went out and grabbed it, the fan and the little blower, and then I went back to sleep because I was like, I'm too tired to do this right now. And then I woke up at like midnight, or like just before, like maybe like 11:50 or something. And then it took me like 2 hours to swap this fan, because I kept I don't know. It like I don't have room. Like I didn't want to like there's a lot of stuff next to my desk on the floor. That wasn't there the last time I did some work on my PC. So like I was trying to like do it like I did last time, which is literally just like pull it out, lay it down, open it up, and do all the work. But now that there's all this trash in the way, it's not trash. It's just a bunch of like books and figures and things. But now there's all this stuff in the way. There's a lot less room to work, and so like it just like took me forever to do, because like I'm, instead of just like going out to the living room or the little like game room area or whatever, so I have more room to work and can just like, you know, do everything a lot easier and quicker. I just like try to do everything in this tiny little cramped space, taking forever to like take the back off, put it back on, like the sides, like the one where like the more open side, I guess, like the side I would consider the front, taking that off, doing some things, putting it back on so I can like turn it over or like turn it around, but like make sure like, I don't know, it's like covered, and then taking off the other side and like doing stuff there, and then putting it back on so I can turn it back around and lay it down, and then picking it back up and taking that off again so I can do something else. And like just like it was like, I was like, bro, if I would just like go out, like if I would have just picked it up and walked like right down the hall and done it right there, I could just like walk around it, like leave both sides off and just walk around it and do whatever, and like only lay it down like twice or whatever. But whatever. Anyway, it took me like 2 hours just to swap the fan. Like all I had to do was like take the fan off and put the new one on. But it like I kept trying to also like do it like without taking things apart. Like I didn't want to unplug anything. I was like, all I want to unplug and remove is the fan and put the new one in. And so I spent like a decent bit of time trying to just like, I got the old fan off, and I spent a bunch of time trying to get the new one on without taking my graphics card out, because I didn't want to take it out, and it wasn't gonna work because there's like a clamp that has to like stick to the heatsink, but I can't get it on because the graphics card is like there's like no space to get in there. And so I don't know, I spent like a little bit, like 10 or 15 minutes trying to do that, and then I was like, all right, fine, I'll take the graphics card out. But then I took the graphics card out, and then I was like, well, since this is out now, I might as well take the whole heatsink off and reapply thermal paste. And so I did that, and then when I went to put the heatsink back on, I was having trouble getting it to like attach, like because like it has the heatsink is old, so like the last time I got the CPU I have right now, when I got it, I didn't have like it's a newer motherboard and a newer CPU than the heatsink was made for, so I had to order like a mounting bracket, and so when I took the heatsink off this time, when I went to put it back on, it has that bracket, but I was like confused of how to like get it back on there, because I was like, wait, how? Like I was like, I couldn't remember how I did it originally, and so I was like, dude, did I really like put it on? Because it has like this panel that goes on the back side of the motherboard, and then it like goes like it has 4 little legs that go through the holes in the motherboard, and then you put these like little standoffs, and then you you attach the brackets to that. And then you screw the heatsink onto those brackets. And so like when I took the brackets off, and when I took the heatsink off, I unscrewed the brackets. So the brackets were still attached to the heatsink. And when I was putting it back on, I was like, okay, like how do I get this like backside to stay? Because the backside doesn't, it just like goes through these holes. It doesn't attach to anything. When you screw the brackets on, that like holds it in place. So like because I took the brackets off, I just had like this little like floating piece in the back that was just like floating, and I was like, there's no way I can do this with it laid down because it's just gonna fall out. So I was like, did I really do this like standing up, like with the PC standing up? Because like when I put it in, the weight like on the top like leans back. It stays in the hole still, but it like leans back, so these like pegs pull out a bit. And so I was like, how do I do this without a second person? Because like there has to be some way to like push those in and hold them in place so that I can put the standoffs on and then put the bracket in place. And like then the brackets are kind of like, they're not loose, but they're like screwed in, and so they can move like, you know, a little bit. So like trying to like line up the heatsink brackets with the heat, like holding the heatsink, trying to line it up with this thing without pushing it out was impossible. And I was just like, I spent like 15 minutes trying to like get that to work, and I was like, why, like how did I do this? Because this does not make sense. Because I was able to get like 2 of them screwed on, but then the other ones were like just like I couldn't get it to work, and I was like, I'm doing something wrong here, because there's no way this is the way it worked last time. And then I was like, wait, what if I like unscrew the heatsink from the brackets? And then they came off, and I was like, that's how you do it. You screw the brackets on, and then you know, cover the backside and you lay it down, and you put the heatsink on. And then that worked, and I was like, why was I so dumb about that? And then I put the fan on, and then I plugged the fan in, and I plugged everything back in, put the graphics card back in, did everything, and then turned it on, and the fan turned on, and I was like, sick. And then it turned off, and I was like, there's no way they sent me a bad fan. Like, I mean, there is a way, I guess, but like it's doing it exactly the same way that makes me think like it's something else. And so then I spent like all day Thursday like troubleshooting that, and then eventually like on Thursday at some point I was like, what if I had it opened, like the PC open, I was like, what if I just like unplug it from the CPU header? Well, at first I was like, can I, like I was looking at it and I was like, can I plug in to a different fan header and still like have the fan work? Because like I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. Because it's a fan. I like did a little bit of research, and everyone's like, no, yeah, you can plug your CPU fan into any header, any fan header, it'll be fine. Any of the 3 or 4 pin like headers, I guess. It's just that the CPU fan is like labeled CPU fan, and in your BIOS and other like programs, it's going to detect like this is the CPU fan one, so it's gonna like if you know what you're doing and you know that your CPU fan is not on the CPU fan header, then it's fine. It's just like if someone else was to look at this and they're like, you know, doing work on it, and they, you know, I say something like, oh, you know, the CPU fan doesn't work or something, and they go to look and they're like, well, yeah, it says like there's nothing connected to the CPU fan header, and then they look inside like, yeah, dude, you're not plugged in, like, or like they can look at it and be like, there is no CPU fan or something, like whatever. Anyway, it can be confusing if you don't, you know, keep track of that, I guess, if you don't know that's what's happening, because yeah, everyone was like, yeah, no, it's they all do the same thing, they just like provide power to your fan. And if you know, if your BIOS or if you have a program that controls your fans, you can basically just set those settings to be like your CPU fan. You just need to make sure like it's tracking, like it's using the CPU's like temperature sensor for that fan, which is in my BIOS. It lets you do that. It lets you pick like it now in my BIOS. I now have System Fan 1 attached to my CPU, and I like, you know, that little graph I was talking about that like lets you pick the temperature and what percentage of like speed it should go at and stuff like that. I have all that stuff attached to System Fan 1 using the CPU temperature. And then I did like other tests and stuff like that just to like make sure the fan actually like, you know, speeds up and stuff like that when the temperature goes up. Like I did a stress test on my CPU to get the temperatures higher and like listen for the fan to like kick on and like, well, to kick higher, I guess, like to like spin faster. And everything worked fine. And so yeah, then Thursday I had it done and ready. But I was so tired from like doing that all day and like just like, I don't know. I was like, I'm not gonna stream tonight. And then yeah, and then Friday I got sick, which sucked because I was like ready to stream again. And like I was playing Crystalline Conflict. I ordered pizza. Was playing Crystalline Conflict in Final Fantasy 14, which is what I've been doing like all weekend long too. I got to plat. Well, I got to plat rank and then I stopped because the queue slowed down, and then I've just been playing casual since because every time I queue up it's like 15 minutes estimated like queue time, and I'm like withdraw, casual, join, and then within like a minute or two I'm in. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Friday I was playing. It was like I ordered the pizza around like 3, I think, and got it around like 4. And then I ate like 2 slices, and then was playing 14, and I was just like having a good time, and then all of a sudden I just felt like really nauseous, and I was like, bro, I don't feel good. And then like I just like was just like, I don't remember what I was watching, but I was like, I muted 14, and then I just like leaned back in my chair and just like sat here for like an hour, just like eyes closed, leaned back, trying not to puke. I was like so close to puking for the whole like that whole time. And then I started to feel better, but I still felt real sick. And then like I was like feeling better enough to get up and move to my bed, because like for that whole hour I was like, I don't want to move, because if I move I think I'm gonna throw up. And so I just like laid there until I felt better, and then I was like, alright, closed the game, unmuted whatever I was watching, and then crawled into bed, and then slept. And then I woke up at like midnight and was like, wow, like, because I was like around, I don't know, probably like 6ish when I went to bed. And then I woke up around midnight, like 1:30 midnight, I think. And I was like, well, it's too late to stream. And I was still feeling a little sick, but I was like, whatever, like, I'll stream tomorrow. and then I remember, I think I played more 14 that night, and then the next day, which was Saturday, and then I felt better, like I got better during the day, and I still ate more of that pizza, and I was fine like after that. Like I didn't get sick. Like I was like, I thought it might be the pizza that made me sick, but I think it was just like the combination of things I ate, because I ate pizza, drank soda, had some of these Hershey's Kisses. I don't remember what else I ate, but I was like, it might have been the combination of foods and not just the pizza. But I was like, whatever, I'm gonna have more. I'm gonna try this leftover pizza and see if I get sick again. And I didn't. But Saturday, I think I was just like tired that evening, that afternoon, and so I just like slept. Like I stayed up, not like late. Like I laid down to take a nap around like 8, and then I woke up at like 10:30, and was like, I could stream, but I'm tired. And then I just like went back to sleep, and then I woke up at like 2 or 3 or something, and then I got up. And then Sunday I just like did the same thing, but I wasn't so tired, but I just like, I stayed up, like I got up at like, I don't know, whatever time I got up on Sunday morning, like Saturday night, Sunday morning, like 3 a.m. or whatever. It might have been like 5 a.m. I don't know, but whatever time I got up, I like stayed up all day until like 8 p.m. that night, and then did the same thing. I was like, all right, I'm gonna take a nap now, and when I wake up, I'll stream. And then I woke up at like 10:30 or 11:30 or something, and I was like, well, it's too late now. And then today I was like, I got up. What time did I get up? I got up at like 4 or 5 this morning. And was like, I don't know, just like thinking about, I was like, okay, like today, you know, I'll stream today. Like I'm gonna stream for sure. And I was like, I really want to stream during the day too, like do a daytime stream and then stream at night. And then my mom texted me at like 6 a.m., like 6:15, and was like, hey, can you pick up the twins and take them to the gym after when they get out of school? And I was like, I guess I'm not streaming during the day. And so then I didn't, I was up, I thought about streaming like earlier, like around like 9 or 10 a.m. But I was like, dude, that's too early. I cannot. I will never. I don't know. I will never start a stream that early. Like, I will never. And then what was it? Oh, whatever. Yeah, I was just like up watching streams. I was watching Bun play Borderlands 2. And I was like, man, I want to play, but I don't have Borderlands 2 on PC. I'm sure it's like super cheap. But I don't know. I don't think I would want to play it either. Like, I'm just not in the mood for a shooter, or not in the mood for like a Borderlands. But what else? Trying to think. I feel like there's something I watched today. Can't remember. I know I watched Vinny Vinesauce's like his Brazilian snacks video, and then like I saw that there was a 6-hour thing of Gray Leno, and I was like, I'm not watching that. His Gray Leno bit is so like, I don't know, dumb. I do not find it very funny. Like, I find it funny that it's a thing. Like, I think it's funny in the way of like, this is so stupid. But like not funny in the way of like, okay, this is stupid funny. And so I just like, I saw 6 hours. I watched the Brazil snacks, and then I was like, okay, now for the Gray Leno. And then it said like 6 hours and something, and I was like, never mind, dude. Because I don't want 6 hours of Gray Leno. But then, what was it? I don't remember what else I watched today. VTubers, I guess. Because I watched Nia Suzune from Prison Project. And then, what else? I didn't watch Doki Bird. But whatever. I killed time, and then I went to sleep at like 11 a.m. I would have went to sleep earlier, but I was like, well, since I have to pick up my brothers, I'm not going to stream today, like during the day, so I might as well just stay up. And then I took a nap at like 11 and woke up at like 2 and went to get them from school. And then I came back and then played 14 again. And now took another nap, and now I'm here. Well, I tried to take a nap. I didn't actually fall asleep. I like laid in bed for like an hour. And I got up because I was like, it's 9 o'clock. And if I like, I haven't fallen asleep yet. And if I fall asleep, I won't wake up till like 11, and it's going to be too late to stream. So I might as well just get up now and stream. And so that's what I did. That's what I'm doing. Anyway, it sucks. Because from Tuesday to Thursday, basically, I was just like too scared to do anything on my PC. Like too scared to play anything or whatever. Like Thursday, when I finally got like the fan in and good and like was done like testing it enough to be like, okay, it's working, I was like just too tired to play anything at that point. Too tired to do anything. And then yeah, then like Friday through today, I was playing just mostly 14. And mostly just Crystalline Conflict, like just casual queue. Like I think Friday I did ranked. And then got placed in plat, and then or I got to plat because I was bronze. I don't know. I was gold last season because I like got to gold, and then the queues died, and I was like, I'll just stay here. I give up. I'm not gonna try any harder because like I'm not gonna sit here for 20 minutes to get into one match that is gonna be a coin flip. I mean, I feel like I'm not gonna carry that hard, but I'm good enough that like my win rate is positive. But it's still not worth like a 5-minute match of Crystalline Conflict is not worth 20 minutes of sitting in queue. And so whatever. So like last season I just like was like whatever, I'll just stay gold. But then this season started and they reset. Like you get dropped down. I think it's like 4 or 5 risers is what they call it, which is like the not the stars, the like gold 4, gold 3, gold 2. Each one of those is a riser or whatever. So apparently, like, I think I was gold 4 or whatever, and dropping 4 risers or 5 risers put me at bronze 2. And then I like just immediately shot up. Like I win streaked my way all the way to like gold 2. And then that's kind of where it slowed down until I got to gold 1 with like 3 stars or however many stars. And then I lost. And then won, and then lost, and then won, and then lost, and then lost, and then lost, and then won, and then won, and then lost, and then won. I just like kept doing that until I got into plat, and I was like, and I win streaked my way into it, because I was at like gold 1 with no stars, and then I won, and then I won, and then I won again, and then it put me into plat, and I was like, thank God, finally. And then I immediately stopped. I think I did one more match, and either I lost or I won. I don't remember, but I was like, I'm plat. I'm done. I queued up for one more. Then after that match was over, I was like, all right, now just casual queue until like the end of the season. If I feel motivated to try and hit diamond. But I don't know. It's just more fun to play casual because, like, I just don't get as mad. I still get mad if I see the same person on my team or against me and they lose. Like, there was one guy a few days, like Saturday or Sunday, yesterday or the day before, but there was some dude who I was queuing up in casual queue, and every time he was on my team, we would lose. Every time he was on the enemy team, I would win. And so I'm like, this dude just like sucks. He's like just throwing he's just losing every match. And it was making me mad because like when he would get on my team, I was like, we lose. Like I'm pretty sure this guy's trolling. Like he was always like bottom damage, like not doing anything. And so I was like, I think this guy is actually like just trolling. Or like just like, or a bot, or just like, you know, I don't know, just trying to like, I don't know, like get an achievement or something, and maybe like get the like, you know, this many matches played achievement or whatever. But whatever it was, like every time I saw his name, I would just get mad, especially if he was on my team. But I'd be a lot more mad if it was in ranked. And that's my point. Is like I like playing Crystalline Conflict, but I don't like playing it so much in ranked because like when I start noticing the people who are like trolling or feeding or whatever, if they're on my team, I'm just like, it just makes me extra mad because it's like there's nothing I can do. Like I was saying earlier, like I'm good enough that I feel like I have quite a bit of control over whether I win or lose. But like once you get to like plat and diamond and crystal and stuff like that, that goes away. Like you have way less control, and it becomes a thing of like it's not who has the better players, it's who has the worst player, because a 5v4 is impossible to win. Whereas like a 5v5 where one person on the enemy team is, you know, way better maybe than everyone else on your team, you can still at least, you know, win. Because if you can take him down and take down maybe like, you know, if you get lucky, you can win. If you're 4v5 for the whole match, basically, you're not gonna get lucky. You're not gonna be like, oh, I got so lucky I won. you just lose because like every fight you're down a guy, and there's no like if you do like if all of your teammates, like all 4 of you, you know, pick off one of their guys, now it's even, but you're lower on resources. Excuse me. And so you're going into the 4v4 with less health, less MP, and you know, it's just like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, that was my week. That was why I've been gone for a week. My CPU, so yeah, whatever I was saying. My CPU fan, I still have the other one because I was like, I don't think that fan was actually bad. It was the header on my motherboard. And so then I started looking into like RMAing my motherboard, but I was like, I'm not gonna go through all that work because I want to get a new CPU. I want to get a new motherboard. Well, I want to get a new CPU soon, which involves getting a new motherboard, or at least I would get a new motherboard with it. And so like going through all the work of like RMAing this motherboard, which would mean sending it in and not having a motherboard, or like having to order a new motherboard to then RMA this one, so that I have something to use in the meantime. It's just like I was just like, nah. Like I started the process and looked into it of like, what do I need, like what information do they need, and you know, where's my order, and blah 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 blah. And then I was like, no, because like I'm not gonna have a motherboard in the meantime, so I'll have to get one, because I'm not gonna go like, you know, however many weeks, because I don't know how long it's gonna take. But especially like, yeah, like going through all that work when the fan is working now. Like I just moved it to a different header. That CPU header is bad, but it's not a big deal because the system fan 1 header is fine. Yeah, that fan is still spinning. And so I was just like, yeah, no, I'll just keep this motherboard until I get a new one, because I'm not gonna be keeping it for that much longer. I've had it for like a year, more than a year now. Because that was when I got my 3080 Ti. But whatever. Anyway, I don't remember what my plan. Oh, I have to go to Tartarus. See, I don't remember what my plan was when I quit last time. I should have watched my last VOD. I know someone else went into Tartarus. Yeah. Question marks. The cop. Oh, I guess not the cop, but the board out front. Takeko Hiraoka. I don't want to spend that much time in Tartarus though. I just want to like go in and grab him and grab her and get out. But I should still do this because like I'm gonna be in there anyway, and maybe this will give me something cool. I wonder if this is her friend that we're going to save. Oh, but what I was saying at the beginning, when I noticed that the fan wasn't spinning, I was like once I figured out like, oh, this is why, or this could be why my PC has been overheating, and it might have been dead for like, or like that header might have been bad for like a long time, and I just never noticed because nothing was heating up my CPU enough to like shut it off. Because like I guess the rest of my fans in there are like so good, like the air, like the cooling in there, because I don't have liquid cooling, it's just fans. I just have like 3 fans and then the CPU fan, so 4 fans total. And so I was like, I guess my fans are just like, I don't know, the cooling in my case is so good that like the CPU never gets hot enough, even though the CPU fan and thermal, what do you call it? heatsink. The fan and heatsink, like even if the fan isn't spitting, that heatsink is doing such a good job, and the rest of the fans in the case are doing such a good job that the CPU never gets so hot that it like actually, you know, is in danger or has any, you know, problems until I was playing this game. Sorry, tap the mic. And so, cause like I was saying, I was playing like throughout, like since this game has come out and caused these problems for me, I had still been playing like 14 and other games, like no problem, like nothing causing my CPU to overheat for like longer periods of time, like as long or longer. And so like I was just like, I wonder if that fan has just like stopped spinning like a long time ago, like a month or more ago, and I just like never noticed because I didn't look at it. Because like I was saying, there's stickers all over like that little clear like pane on the side. I have the it's called Storm Striker with a Y is the name of the case if you want to look it up. But it has like a clear panel, like glass, like plastic, I guess, because I don't think it's actually glass, like a pane that you can see through into inside the PC. But I have stickers all over that. And so there's like one tiny little like, well, it's not even like a square, it's like a almost like a triangle or like a weird like trapezoid that I can see through, that like I can see the CPU fan like through that little gap. And so like I don't know, like unless I'm like looking at it at the right angle, I can't see the CPU fan, or not enough to notice that it's not spinning. So I was like, I wonder how long it hasn't been spinning for, because like I haven't looked at the fan in a long time. So like yeah, so I was just like, I don't know, I was like maybe it's been more than a month, because yeah, like I was saying, I was playing like Power World, like I don't know, all these other games that like I feel like are way more demanding than this game, and nothing, like my CPU never overheated. So like there's something about this game that like runs my CPU temperature higher than usual anyway. But I was thinking it was like the ray tracing and like all these other settings and stuff like that. Apparently that's not what it was. So like part of me is like, maybe I just turn it back up. What's up, games? How's it going? I'm just talking about, I had to replace my, well, I didn't even have to. I replaced my CPU fan because Tuesday I noticed that it wasn't spinning, and I was like, that's weird. Which like I think Monday night or Sunday night, whatever the last time I streamed was, I think the game actually like crashed on me. Like I think my stream my stream didn't shut off, but like my PC shut off, and like I had to connect to my stream, and that was because my CPU overheated, or it said my CPU overheated. And so like Tuesday I was literally just like sitting here, and I like leaned my chair back like this, and like just like looked at my PC for no reason, and then I saw that the CPU fan wasn't spinning, and I was like, wait, that's weird. And then, yeah, then I went through all this like troubleshooting, got a replacement and replaced it and all that. So like that didn't get finished until like Thursday. Like I didn't actually finish the work on that until Thursday. I mean, the fan didn't come in till Wednesday night, and then later that night I ended up swapping it. But then I spent all day like Thursday troubleshooting and checking to make sure it was actually working and good, because it wasn't like, I thought my fan went bad, but when I put in the new one, it also wasn't spinning, and I was like, okay, there's something else wrong, and I spent like a bunch of time trying to figure that out. And then I switched headers on my motherboard from the CPU fan to just one of the system fan ones, and then it worked. And so I was like, okay, I think the old fan is still probably good, so I'm still keeping it, because like part of me still wants to like find a way to fit it in there so I can have an extra fan, but also I'm just like, maybe I just keep it as a backup in case or something like that. Or put it in someone else's build. If someone is like, hey, can you build me a PC? I'll be like, hey, I got a fan for you already. Anyway, now I'm just waiting for Planet Zoo to come out tomorrow morning. Planet Zoo, is that like a new one, like a sequel or something, or is it like getting ported to something and it hasn't been on it before? Oh, I guess like that's the other thing, is like things have come out over like the last week, and I haven't been playing them, and I haven't got to talk about them because I haven't been playing them. But also, It is new. Okay. Like a new Planet Zoo, or is Planet? I feel like I've seen the name Planet Zoo before. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe I just heard the name because it was like coming soon or something. New for console. So is it a port of like the other one? I don't know, or like of Planet Zoo. I don't know. I mean, I know what Planet Zoo is, but I've never played it, or at least I think I know what it is. It's like Roller Coaster Tycoon, or one of those like tycoon games, but with a zoo, right? Like the Jurassic Park, I think game might be what I'm thinking of too. Yeah, like a Jurassic Park game where you like build a Jurassic Park park. Oh, okay, maybe I am thinking of Zoo Tycoon because I just like said tycoon games. That might be what I'm thinking of. And then also like I was saying, the Jurassic Park game that like came out, I don't know, I think the last few years, sometime in the last few years. But I don't know, I haven't played. I played, I think, a Roller Coaster Tycoon at some point in my life, and that was it. I'm just glad my CPU fan is good to go, because yeah, it spins good now. I mean, the other one probably would have spinned good if I just switched headers, but like that wasn't my thought. Like at the time, like if you look at your fan and it's not spinning, you don't think like, oh, let me plug it into a different slot on my motherboard. You think like, oh, my fan is dead. Especially a 10-year-old fan. Like I've had that fan for 10 years. And so like when I got the new fan, which was it was like $23. I got the new one, swapped it out, plugged it in, and it spun at first when the other one wouldn't spin. And then it stopped spinning, and I was like, okay, that's not right. And then yeah, then I eventually figured out, you just like, I'm pretty sure the problem is the CPU header on my motherboard. So where I plug it in on my motherboard, that thing is busted. There's something wrong with that. And I could figure, well, I don't know if I could figure it out. Like, I don't think it's something I can fix. But part of me was like, I wonder if there's like more I could do to get that working. But it works plugged into a different header, and I'm just gonna leave it like that, because like, I don't know, I probably spent like 20 hours total like working on it, trying to figure it out, and it doesn't deserve any more of my time, because I might as well just get a new motherboard. That's a thing I learned when I was before I quit my job. The consultant I was working for, he made me start thinking in like hours, and like money, like your, like the time you spend working on something, how many hours does it take you, and how much do you get paid per hour, and is it worth it, or if like how long do you think it's gonna take you, and is it going to be worth it to like fix that, or just like would it be worth more to spend the money to just get something new? And so that's what, like, or like pay someone to fix it. So pay someone with the right tools and skills to fix it, to save your time and money, basically. And so like that's what I was saying, is like as I like got to the end and got the fan working, I was like thinking about it. I was like, man, I spent like 20 hours like just like troubleshooting and trying all these different things, before I like stopped. That like I probably could have just like bought a whole new motherboard. like if the problem is what I think it is, I could have just like been like, all right, like I'm just gonna like 20 hours, if I get paid $30 an hour, that's $600. I could have spent like a quarter of that on a new motherboard, and the new fan and a new CPU. Like, oh, I could buy like a bunch of new parts and just like would have been better. But I wasn't getting paid, so that's the other thing. It's like, I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting, it's not costing me any money because I have nothing but time now. Anyway, why did I come back here? Tartarus, right? Because there's nothing to do right now. Wait. Oh no, we have to watch DVDs with Yukari. I'm gonna say, wait, we have to cook with Yukari. We don't have to do anything with Ken. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, she has that one. I don't remember what the date is on this. 11th, okay. 11/11. Okay, well then let's go to Tartarus. Oh. I should have saved. Whatever. I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna ask Elizabeth where they're at and just like run straight there. Wait, another cat? Okay, we'll get the cat too. And I'm gonna skip all the monad doors. Excuse me, I'm sorry if that was loud. That was like the most sudden sneeze ever. Man. It was a wet sneeze too, dude. That sucked. It's all on my mustache. It's gross. Ugh. Okay, sorry. I had to like blow dry my mustache because it was gonna bother me, but I didn't want to like blow right into the mic. 162, 168, and then 154. Okay. Who did we? Hold on. I think it was Mitsuru and Junpei or something. Or maybe Akihiko. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I guess I'll do that. Maybe it wasn't them. I don't know. I'm trying to remember who we gave the boost to, so I can just like get into one fight and give them the level. Excuse me. Man. If it's not these two, if we get into a fight and they don't level up, I'll switch to Ken and Akihiko. I mean, if both of them don't level up, we have to switch to the other two anyway, because someone... I did two people. Someone has to level up. Man, I missed this. Like, a whole week without being able to play this game. Oh wait, she doesn't. Oh, that works. I mean, I could have listened to the music if I wanted to, I guess. Just like on YouTube. But, every day I was just like, bro, I want to play. I'm so like, I mean, I'm not so close to the end. But I'm so close to the next fight and then like the next kind of big, like story stuff. Also, neither of them leveled up, so it's Ken and Akihiko. I don't know why I'm doing another fight. I could have just, oh, I don't know if I have dart. Okay, let's say I should. Wait, what is this team week 2? Oh, we don't know. What was I gonna say? I've lost it. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I think I was talking about this game. Oh yeah, not getting to play it like Tuesday during the day when I realized what happened. I was like, well, I need a new fan, and I'm not going to play this game because this game has been heating up my CPU enough to shut my PC off. That like I'm not gonna risk any more damage than it might have already caused. So yeah, so Tuesday I was like, man, I like however long it takes me to get this new fan is how long I don't get to play Persona 3. Am I dropping frames? Hold on. Sorry. I saw. Oh, I am. Why? Okay, now it's like it looks like it's trying to fix itself. Okay, I was gonna say because I saw like, dude, why is this so consistent? Like I don't know. Maybe consistent isn't the right word, but so like common that like I just dropped frames and I don't know. And now like, hold on, now my preview is so like far behind. That's how I noticed it, was because like I saw the live button appear in the top corner as if like the player had reset itself or something, which would be like, oh, it disconnected and then reconnected. Anyway, why is that so I don't know, why can't I ever go like a week without dropping frames? It's not even that late yet. Like, it's not like the usual disconnect from the internet time that I usually get hit, which is like, I talked about it I think last stream. It's like 3 or 4 in the morning when Comcast decides like, oh, we're gonna reboot your router for you for whatever reason, whether they're doing some kind of update or I don't know. These modems are like built to just cycle in the middle of the night, at least weekly. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's annoying. But this is different. This is just, it seems like whatever issue, whatever is dropping my frames or dropped my frames. So that I dropped like 2,000, so it's like quite a bit. Whatever that was, it was just a hiccup, and hopefully it doesn't happen again. Hopefully that is all it was. I should have unlocked the stairs. Should just like ran by real quick so I could just skip. So my shoulder keeps itching. It's getting hot already. Like I was saying, the heater's not even turned on, unless someone did turn it on. So I turned it on earlier today because it was really, really cold. Like my feet, no matter what I did, my feet were just like so cold that they were hurting. So I turned the heater on for a little bit, but then I turned it off after like a couple hours. Once it got like warm enough that I was like, okay, that should like, it should be warm for a minute. What was I saying? Oh, whatever, it's hot. I don't know why. Die. Am I dropping frames again? Dude, please. I am. What is happening? Like, I don't. Why? Oh, I wonder. I think I might have like moved my camera when I. Hold on. Cause I just noticed. I mean, I know it's always been like there's been like a decent bit of like empty space. That looks better. Just barely. I don't know. Because when I was like unplugging the stuff from my PC, when I was plugging everything back in, I was rerunning the cables to like organize them a little bit differently. And I know some of them were like tight like I was pulling on stuff that I was like, okay. At the time I thought about it and I was like, I might have moved my camera, but then I never checked on it. I feel like I still want to kind of like turn it a little bit more, but did I didn't look, but I assume I missed. Wait a minute. Why does he have Zionga? Nice. Fine. I'm not even gonna hit the maximum, so it doesn't matter. Okay, good. But now Junpei and Mitsuru are super low behind. Also, I never noticed that little dude in there. Wait a minute. That was like... That's a level 39 skill. Jeez. Heavy strike? Yeah. Oh wait, I wonder... I was trying to say if something in here is redundant. I guess not really. I don't care much for the shock boost, but I'll keep it until like there actually is something I want to replace it with. I was reading about this movie earlier called The Locker. Shibuya Kaikan or Kaidan. Shibuya Kaidan, I think is what it was called. Japanese movie. Japanese horror movie. Wait. Oh yes, both of them. Nice. So where's that cat? Anyway. It looks like it might claw me. It's called The Locker, and then there's a sequel, The Locker 2. Shibuya Kaidan, and then I guess Shibuya Kaidan 2. I saw the trailer from this morning, and I thought about watching them, but I didn't. Oh, great! I'm dropping quite a bit of frames, I guess. Like dude, am I just like, like, I'm pushing 10,000 frames. Why? I've dropped 3,000 frames now. Part of me wants to just like, I don't know, like, not stop streaming, but like turn off the stream for a minute to, I don't know, restart the router or whatever. I don't know, I guess I'll just like deal with it and hope that it fixes itself or something. I can't think, like, I don't know. Like, the only thing I can think is like maybe my little brother is downloading something or something, because I saw him, he was playing League of Legends earlier, like before I started streaming, which I was surprised that he was actually still up, because they usually go to bed by 9-ish. But I can't imagine what he is or would be downloading. Anyway, I think she said 162 for the human. Yes, between this set. 165. Whatever that. The Locker, the movie The Locker. I don't even know how I found it. Oh, I was watching the Father Jimmy channel, and there's an actress on there, and I was like, this is something I keep doing every time I watch that channel, because like there's a lot of Japanese celebrities on those like Batsu game shows that like, okay, cool, I just want to see if they would be scared of me. A lot of celebrities that I'm like, I don't know who that is, because they're Japanese celebrities that are like Japanese. Sometimes someone will show up and I'm like, who is that? And I'll look them up, just like be like, what are they in, or you know, what are they known for? And there's this one girl, and I looked up to see like who she is, because Oh, that's so good. Cause now we can get Junpei and I say Iori. It's Junpei Iori. Junpei and Mitsuru up. Caught up. What was I saying? Oh, whatever. She's in this movie, The Locker, and I was like, oh, I want to watch that. Oh, that guy's not scared of me. Oh, and it keeps track of like when you do it, because Akihiko and Ken are still like 6 levels below me. Yeah. And they are. Okay. I'm gonna save. Anyway, reading about those movies, The Locker, they sound like they're not that great. But they're in the same vein of like, I don't know, J-horror, as like The Ring and The Grudge and whatever. Cairo. I'm pretty sure I know these guys' weaknesses. Kill. How about... Oh, we have this new one. Oh, we crit. Actually, that's so good because it crits. Because if you do, Oh, I never did get Succubus. If you do all the other ones, they're elemental, so you can hit weaknesses, but... Hold on. I don't want to get rid of Fire Break. But I could get rid of Maragi. But we're going to get Maragi Lao anyway. I don't want to... I mean, I want to leave him with all these. I'm going to get rid of this. I feel like I'm losing on eyelash and it's touching my eyeball. We're trying to. Dropping frames again, I guess. Oh, it's two offloads. Okay, I was like, why does it cost so much more and it's just confused instead of fear? My controller is now acting up. That was weird. Like, I pressed left twice and it wouldn't go over, and then I pressed down and then it went left and then went left again. So it was like it like literally held that input. Like, it's like that input was like floating in the air for a minute or something before it finally got picked up. Because I was here, I pressed left twice, it didn't happen, so then I pressed down. Well, I pressed left once because basically I wanted to go from here to here. So I pressed left because I was going to go like this. But it didn't go, so then I pressed it again, and it still didn't go, so I was like, okay, then I'll go down, and then it went left twice. Whatever, anyway. Annoying. I should get rid of this, though. Because it's attached to the NeuroSlash now. Bro, what is happening to my controller? Why? The internet, and now my controller. Bro, please. I just want to play my video games. It's been a week. All I wanted to do was stream. And... nothing is cooperating tonight. I'm not going in there. I will open this up. Oh, I don't know if I actually explored all of that floor.
そこのフロア少し暑そうですが大丈夫ですか
Also, it's not that hot anymore. I was talking about how it was getting hot, and now it feels cold. So I'm like, what happened?
階段です登ります
Why did the temperature like drop like 5 degrees in the last like 5 minutes?
箱の中身もらっ
Anyway, I don't know if I finished talking about the locker, but I was reading about it, and yeah, it doesn't seem like it's that good, but it's J-horror, and I haven't watched a J-horror movie in a long time, so I'm like, oi. Did she? I think, okay, 165 I think is actually the floor we need to be on, because I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna keep no, I'm not. I'm leaving. I was going to keep exploring until I get everything. There we go.
あの
もっと行きますか
I thought the person was on that
シャ
last
ドウ
floor,
の反
but
応を検知生命反応を
whatever. Anyway, yeah, locker doesn't sound that good, but I want to watch it because I don't care. Because I don't know, like I don't know. I'll watch a horror movie even if it's bad, because sometimes they're good. Sometimes I actually end up liking them, or like maybe not good, but I like them. Wait, let's not leave yet. I'm gonna talk to Elizabeth.
ご機嫌
Was she
依頼を受けていただけますか
wronged at 54?
それで
I know it gets made at level 50, and I know it's not gonna get enough experience to get to 54.
ようこそベルベットルームへペルソナの登録です
No, I'm gonna leave it. Okay, so everything except Okuni Nushi.
上書き
Wait,
して
how
よ
do
ろし
I
いですか
triangle?
上書きして登録いたしました
私どのようなペルソナをご所望ですかな
I'm not gonna fuse because I don't want to go through all the fusing, and then because the full moon mission
おや
It's
め
coming
にな
up.
りますか
I don't want to fuse a bunch of things away and then be like, oh, I need some back, and then have to spend all my money and then not have money for things, and then also not get everything that I want back. I'll just keep what I have, and then maybe the night of buy some more, and then after that do fusing, like the next Tartarus dive.
お疲れ様
Anyway, I was gonna say, I was talking about like watching J-horror that's like, even the bad ones there's some gems in there, or like not trusting reviews, I guess. And it's not really about not trusting them, but it's more seeing what's worth watching, at least worth watching, and then watching and deciding for myself if I like it or if it's good or not, basically. Because I saw all these things about like Cairo Pulse being, you know, so scary and this and that, blah, 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 and I watched it and I liked it, but it wasn't that scary. Like there's some moments, but though, like there's like, cause it's I watched it because there was this YouTube video that I kept seeing getting recommended to me, and then I finally watched it, and it was like, I don't know why, it was just like the algorithm was like, hey, everybody watch this video, and the guy's like, the scariest scene from any horror movie ever, and I was like, what is this? And I watched it and I was like, it was the scene of the ghost girl who like walks towards the guy who's hiding behind like the bed or whatever. Like he walks into this door, like pulls all this tape off and walks behind this door, like walks through this door, and this ghost girl like starts walking towards him, and then she like dips and then like starts like walking all weird. And I watched it and I was like, that just like that doesn't look that scary. Like it looks more goofy than anything. But maybe in context it's scary. And then I watched the whole movie. Because the guy was like just like talking about like, yeah, this is the scariest scene in any horror movie ever. And this movie is so scary because of other scary scenes and blah blah blah. And like he just like, you know, builds it up so much, and is like, when he finally shows the scene in his video, he's like giving all these warnings like, be careful, like warning, this is like the scariest thing ever. And I was just like, bro, like that was like so, like even the people in the comments are like, bro, that was so lame. Like there's some people who are like, oh my god, it was so scary because it's so unnatural and blah blah blah. And then a lot of people are like, that looks funny to me. And I was like, that looks funny to me, but maybe in context it's scarier. So then I watched the movie, and in context it's scarier, but it still wasn't that scary. Oh yeah, and then when I was like looking into the movie and stuff like that, people were like, oh, this movie's so scary and this and that, blah 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 blah. And I watched it and I was like, that one was like one of the more tame ones. Like I was saying, there's moments that are scary, and I think it's a good movie. Like it's one of the better J-horror movies, but it's not that scary. Like it's just a good movie, but not that scary. My throat's bothering me. Anyway, what was it? Oh well, yeah. I watched that movie, and then there's like something else from the same director. Like I know he's done a bunch of movies, a bunch of J-horror too. Like I think he either did The Ring or The Grudge as well, but or both. I don't know. Is that the same director for both of those? But I watched like a bunch of. Oh no, I think so. He did either The Ring or The Grudge, and then he did oh, what's it called? The water one. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, like I keep wanting to say Drowned or something, but it's not like that. Hold on. Because there was an American remake, US remake. Hold on. Japanese water horror movie. Dark Water. That's what it's called. The remake is also called Dark Water. Okay, whatever. That one. That one like is like. Well, actually, I should have just kept looking since I was already there. Hold on. Directed by Hideo Nakata, who did The Ring. Maybe he didn't do Cairo. He did The Ring 2. I feel like I saw something else from him. Well then, maybe the Cairo. Hold on. Cairo. Pulse. Directed by Kiyoshi Kurosawa. He has Pulse. And that's it. That's all I've seen from him. At least looking at this thing. His Wikipedia. Hold on. Now I gotta see who the Grudge director is. Also, I feel like I'm losing eyelashes everywhere, bro. This is not fair. Please. Man, I mean, this night. I finally get a stream for the first time in a week, and my controller's acting up like usual. My internet's acting up like usual, and then my eyelashes are acting up like usual. But all at the same time. Takashi Shimizu. The Grudge. Have I seen Maribito? I feel like no, I haven't. I should watch that. I'm gonna open up this tab so I can remember, and then I'm gonna open up Shibuya Kaidan, so I remember to watch that later. I might watch those today or tomorrow, whatever. And then I'll report back tomorrow night. I mean, I'm not done streaming, so I'll keep going, but now I'm like, maybe I do it. He did Tomie Rebirth. Wait a minute. What is that? I mean, I know who Tomie... I love Tomie. Tomie is my favorite Junji Ito character and, like, story and all that stuff, but... And I know there's movies, but I've never seen any of them, because I've heard they're all bad. I guess that guy's only done... Well, The Grudge is the only thing he's done that I've seen. Wait, he did a Kiki's Delivery Service live action adaptation. That's kind of funny. The director of The Grudge directed Kiki's Delivery Service live action. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh, Dark Water. Dark Water was one that was like The Ring and The Grudge are, everyone's like, oh my god, the best ones, the scariest ones, scariest J-horror, you know, peak J-horror. And I'm like, yeah, it's up there. They're up there. But I liked Dark Water more. I don't know, I can't remember if I thought Dark Water was scarier. Like, my memory of it is not that it was scarier, but I didn't think The Ring or The Grudge were that scary either. I'm trying to think. There is a movie though that I was watching like during that period where I was watching just a bunch of J horror and K horror and C horror. I don't know, Korean horror, Chinese horror. The Chinese movies were scarier than the Japanese ones. And there was like, I can't remember what it's called. There's like, is it The Bridge Curse or something? That one I liked a lot, even though that one was like, it was like decently scary, and there's really good scares, but the acting kind of sucks, and the story's kind of weird, but it's like cool. Like you get to the end of the movie, and then there's this reveal, and it's like, whoa, like that's actually super sick, and it makes I remember watching the whole movie and being like, this is like okay, like it's more on the bad side. But there's some fun stuff about it, like fun stuff happening, like fun scares and fun like moments, in a scary way. I don't know. Horror is fun to me. But the kind of like twist reveal at the very end that, you know, adds a bunch of context to everything made it a lot better to me. I was like, wow, that's like really cool, and I actually like this movie a lot. But that's the thing, it's like, a lot of reviews and ratings are like, this movie sucks, and I'm like, I agree up until this point, and then once this happens, it like recontextualizes the rest of the movie that you just watched in a way that like elevates it. Like my opinion of it changed in the last, like, I don't know, 15 minutes. And I was like, okay, you know what, this movie's good actually. Even though it wasn't up until this point. Anyway, my point is, I only trust critics enough to like determine whether I want to actually give something the time. Like if it's not universally panned, then I'm probably gonna watch it. But if it's like, yeah, I don't know, if everyone is like, this movie sucks, it's a waste of time, don't watch it, I'm probably like, I will probably not watch it. But if there's like something about it that interests me, or like, I don't know, if it's like a so bad it's good kind of thing, well, even then, like, that's not really my thing either. But like, I don't know, sometimes there are movies that are just like, I look on like IMDb or whatever, and they have like a 3 point something, and it's like, am I really gonna waste my time watching this? Sure. And then I'll watch it, and then I'll be like, what a wait, that was a waste of time. Because like, I don't know, sometimes people are right. But then there's been other movies, like I'm trying to think, there's like there's some horror movie that was like that, like whatever, like I don't remember when this was, when I went through this like little like phase. It was within the last year, I think, but like I just watched a bunch of like Asian horror movies for like a few weeks, just like every day watching another one or a couple. Well, and I know I also did it during when I had COVID, which was like a couple years ago or a few years ago. I don't know. It's got to be archived on my YouTube somewhere, but like I'll have to like figure out what the dates were. I don't remember what games I was playing though, because like that's usually the easiest way, is my memory. I'm like, okay, what game was I playing at the time? And I can just like go to my YouTube and like scan, like just like go through and be like, okay, oh there it is, and then I'll just be like, oh, these were the dates, and this is what I said. But there was I mean, I guess like this happens like, I don't know, like maybe like once a year I do this. Is just like go on a binge of just watching a bunch of Asian horror movies, or just horror movies in general. But there are other horror movies that I've watched that have been like, you know, like I was saying, The Ring and The Grudge, like everyone's like, oh my god, the scariest ones, and blah blah blah, peak J horror and this and that, and I watched them and I was like, they're good, but not that good. like I get that they were, you know, influential and all that stuff, but there's been better stuff. Like Pulse, I think, is better as a movie, maybe not as scary, but a better movie. Dark Water, same thing, better than The Ring. Not as scary probably, I guess, but like none of them are that scary anyway. I'm trying to think of like I was saying, like it was the Korean and Japanese or Korean and Chinese horror movies that like were actually scarier to me when I was going, like, you know, every time I do these like binges, the Japanese horrors are always so much like less scary, and it might be because they just like rely on the same, you know, little ghost girl with long black hair trope. So it's like, actually Noroi, no, not Noroi, what's the other one? It's the same director. I feel like it starts with an O, but I'm probably wrong. Hold on, I just gotta look up Noroi and then I'll find it. Also, why does Wikipedia keep giving me this like Wikimedia error? Koji Shiraishi. Oh, he has a Teke movie. Occult, that's the one. So it does start with an O. That movie. So I watched Noroi and Occult around the same time. Like those two movies around each other. But in a different... I don't think it was the last binge. It was the binge before. But Noroi is one of the ones that's like... Everyone's like... One of the scariest, you know, horror movies ever. Japanese horror, blah, blah, blah. And I watched it and I was like, that was good. Like, it was scary. It was good. And then I watched Occult because it's from the same director. And it's also a horror movie. And I was like, that one's scarier. And I like that one a lot more. And so, like... But it's, like, reviewed worse. Like most reviews, like, you know, are like, Noroi is the one to watch. Occult is not worth watching, or, you know, not that good, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I thought the opposite. I was like, well, I didn't think the opposite, but I thought the opposite of Occult. I still, man, why is my controller acting up? I liked Occult more. I thought Occult was better than Noroi, The Curse. And scarier. But I don't know, that's like the other thing, is like horror. I mean, all this is subjective, but my opinion is right, so It doesn't matter. Anyway, this is all because I was watching. I'm like, why am I talking about all this? Because it's Halloween in game. That's why. Happy Henry likes beer. What? I should study more. I actually don't know that, but I'm gonna say I know that one. Oh. Happy Henry likes beer. Was that like hydrogen, helium, lithium? I don't know what B is. BE. I don't even know if the third element is lithium. I don't know the periodic table of elements. I never had to memorize it in any class. I mean, I still know plenty of elements, I guess. Like all the, even the maybe I was gonna say common ones. Maybe not common. The word common might not be the right word. But like Na being sodium, the weird ones that like you should memorize because they're weird, and then Fe being iron and stuff like that. But I don't know. I've never been in a position where I needed to know an element or its like periodic table of elements, like abbreviation or whatever you would call it. The letters. I mean, there's like so many things you learn in school that it's like I've never been in a situation where I needed to know that or needed this information. But like even in school, like there was never, I don't know, you always have like in the science classes that, you know, you would learn that they just have it like posted up on a wall somewhere anyway. Like I don't remember what grade it was, but I remember being in some kind of like science class and taking a test and he's like, learn the periodic table of elements, or like learn this much of it, or this like, you know, these things of it, because it's going to be on the test. And then when we took the test, I was like, oh dang, I don't know this. And then I looked up and I mean, I guess maybe it was like to my right or left or something, but the periodic table of elements is just like on the wall. And I was like, oh, thanks teacher. But I mean, I guess it's the same thing of like being in a math class and being told like, you know, memorize the formulas, but then they let you use a calculator and your calculator has the formulas in it anyway. Okay, who am I hanging out with today? It's gotta be Yuko, huh? Because like we still need to unlock the tower one. And I found out I accidentally kind of spoiled myself. I mean, I played through Fest. I beat Fest, but I didn't realize. I guess has a chariot persona, but she's not the chariot social link. She's Eon. And I don't remember what I was looking at, but I was looking at something over the last week. Over the last week that I haven't been able to play the game. And I found something that was like, I don't remember, I can't remember what I was looking at, but I was like, oh, I think I was just like looking at Ias's like wiki page or whatever. And it said something about her being the Eon social link, and I was like, oh, that makes sense, because like, I was like, there was the Nidhogger, and he's Eon persona, and I was like, oh, I don't have like the Eon social link. And I was like, what is the Eon social link? And I was like, is that even a social link, or is that just like I don't remember Eon being part of the Arcana at all. So like, I don't know, my brain was just like, at the time I was like, I think this is like DLC or something, or maybe not DLC, but like one of the DLC personas, and you can fuse it, because I remember reading something about that, of like all the DLC personas are attainable in game. My controller was not working. That was weird. That was annoying. But But apparently that's not what it is. It's not that Nidhogger is a DLC persona and I just happened to fuse him. It was Aigis is the Eon persona and we don't have the Eon Social Link and we don't have her Social Link yet. Yeah, we need Tower. I think is the only one we're missing. I think I looked that up last time. Everything else is like story related.
タイム縮めたいならやった方がいいよ。怪我もしにくくなるし。今度1年生の練習メニューに入れようってミヤと話しててさ。
Pour the rest of this drink. Hold on. Because these cans are too. I mean, they're not. They're like normal, like big cans or whatever. I guess they're not that big, but like normal energy drink size cans, like bigger than a soda can. But one can is like too much for my tumbler thing.
続きお店で話していい？
Oh, I didn't realize she was in. Oh, again?
あんたまた。
He's doing it on purpose. He wants her attention.
こんなとこで走ったら危ないでしょ。私だったからいいけど、怖いおじさんだったらどうするつもり？
Kawaii Oji-san.
遊ぶなら校庭行きな。校庭はダメなんだ。6年生がずっとサッカーやってて。かけっこで勝ったらどいてくれるって。でもさ、俺らみんな4年生だぞ。勝てるわけねえよ。しょうがないんだってば、有効版。最後のおばんはスルーするとして。なるほど、なかなか深刻ね。わかった、ついてきて。広いね。
I like how, like, I don't know, how basic the NPCs look. Like, these little kids, they have, like, I don't know, the flattest faces. It looks like their eyes and nose and mouth are just, like, drawn on rather than modeled.
高校生すっげえな。校庭ちょっとだけなら使っていいって。本当はあんたたちが入ったらダメなんだからね。その辺のものには触んないこと。何かあったらすぐに知らせること。約束できる？できる。
I gotta go to the police station. I forgot about that.
12のとこに来るまでね。学校の中には入んないでよ。
Excuse me.
よし、早速走ろうぜ。あ、待って、ちょっと来てみ。腕の振り
I was gonna say, she's gonna be like, you guys are running wrong.
足上げた時にお尻につかないように。肉やってごらん。自分を信じて。加速装置。すごい、ケンちゃん早い。ねえお姉ちゃん、コーチやってコーチ。弱いんだよな、子供のそういうね。でも私、コーチなんてやったことないよ。
Never tried coaching before. Isn't she like the team captain or whatever?
どうしたらいいと思う？
Give it a go.
あなたはそう思う？お願いします。
Dude, I feel like her social links are always so long
しま
compared to everyone else. Especially early on, everyone else gets like, I don't know, like 5 sentences and then it's over.
す。あれこれ悩むくらいなら。
Excuse me.
やるかコーチ。その代わりビシバシ行くよ。途中でやめるのもなしね。わかった？はい、ゆうこコーチ。ねえ、この人も一緒に教えてくれるの？コーチの彼氏？そういうことには触れなくていいの。ほら、みんな整列。ビシバシ行くって言ったでしょ。
Why didn't she deny
本当
it?
の負けってのは気持ちで負けること。6年生の響きに負けんじゃないよ。なんか難しいけど。はーい。
How'd they do that? Yeah, see, like, her social links are always so long. Like, they cut to black and, like, said, like, you know, everyone went home. All the little kids went home. And anyone else, it would have ended there. And would have been like, I walked home. Or whatever. Like, Fuka, her first few were like, she's like, hey, I brought food, you want to try it? And then you try it, and you're like, okay, it's bad or it's good or whatever. And she's like, thanks, I'll do better next time. And then it's over. And Yuko gets this whole, like, hey, let's go hang out. Oh, we're hanging out. Oh, these little kids are here. Oh, let's go hang out with the little kids. And now the little kids went away, and now she's like, here's some more hanging out. Not that I'm complaining. I'm just like, why? Like, is she the developer's favorite? Someone on the development team was like, Yuko is best girl. Give her long scenes.
私、徒競走あんま詳しくなくて。あなたは運動神経いいからさ。一緒にコーチしてくれると嬉しいな。いいでしょ。お願い。一人だと正直心細い。
They're just little kids. But sure.
よかった。あの子たちも喜ぶと思う。ありがとう。頼ってばっかでほんとごめんね。いつか埋め合わせするから。
帰ったか。
I know it's Yukari. There's one other person who needs their last passive, Junpei. Everyone else is good. Except me. No, we have to read with Junpei is the thing. Ken. I don't know. Set a trap.
そうだな。
That's everybody, right? Oh, I was like, what? I was planning on doing something. I guess I'm just gonna do my normal laps, but we have to go to the police station so I can collect my reward for saving that missing person, whatever it is. Oh, and I guess sell the stuff that I got. I didn't get that much, but I might as well sell it.
ところで、オンに切る。
Avaricious ring.
どれだ。まとめて。ああ、引き用は済んだのか。また来い。
15% experience. Wait, is that the one that I can buy from that guy? I have so many of these life stones. It's so crazy. I feel like the last time I looked at it, I was at like, I don't know, 30 something. I'm at 60. Oh yeah, he is selling it. Cool. Didn't have to buy it. I didn't buy anything. Well, I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess take Koromaru for a walk, because Junpei... Oh, wait. I don't know when my plants are going to be ready. The second, okay. Junpei doesn't need to work on the plants, so we're not gonna like level him up that way or get his passive that way. Oh, well then also Yukari doesn't want to watch a DVD, so she's not gonna get her passive either. Why? Oh, I guess because she didn't get aware at the thing.
こんな感じかな。いらっしゃいませ。
That's it. It's the whole like, I'll be taking care of you today.
ご注文はお決まりですか？やっぱ学祭流れちゃったのちょっぴりもったいなかったかな。せっかくだし、この際一日だけ寮の中を。
Word around the dorm.
なになにゆかりっち、ご主人様とか呼んでくれちゃうわけ？どうした竹場、みつるの家の使用人にでもなる。やめとこ。ずっと返しそびれてたけど、そういえばこれコスプレじゃなくて本職用なのよね。そうだ、先輩に返しちゃう前に写真撮っとこ。ゆかりちゃん、いる？実は少し手伝ってほしいことがあって。あ、うん。そうだ。風花も巻き込もう。こういう写真一人じゃ微妙に痛いしね。
Evil. Yukari, Fuka. I mean, they're both cute, but Fuka is so cute. I was gonna say Fuka is so cute, and then I said Yukari.
ね、まだ何着かあるんだ。風花も着てみない？え？あ、ちょっと。大丈夫、じっとしてて。これ一人で着るのコツいるから手伝った方が早いって。あ、待って、ゆかりちゃん。
Sekuhara. I wonder if there is a Fuka made like outfit. Because actually, I don't know if we have the Yukari one. No. Okay, so we can take Koromaru for a walk. I mean, I guess that's it. I mean, I could also finish watching all these stupid videos. Oh, I don't remember what this does. HP, I think. Because I think the other one was SP. We could hang out with Junpei, get more tomatoes. Akihiko would be like stats, I guess, but we don't need stats. So I'm gonna hang out with Koromaru. I was like, what did he win? And it's the race against Koromaru.
もうすぐですね。最後の戦い。勝ちましょうね。 リーダー。お前も一緒に頑張ろうな。あれ、また何か拾ってきたのか。
Cool.
なんだろこれ。おまる、食べたりしてないよな。帰ったら歯磨きしてやらなきゃ。先輩、早く戻りましょう。
He called me senpai, but like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what goes through a localizer's mind when they hear the person say senpai and they decide to localize it
そないな
as
とこだっ
san.
てなんやええもんでも見えますか。
月が満ちてきました。
あと3日もすればまん丸になります。
そのようですね。私はこの能力をなくして無意に生き続けるつもりはありません。力と共に生きるか、力と共にその時を迎えるか。
よう分かっております。
The more I see Takaya,
高江にとってわしらにとってこ
um,
の力がどない大事なもんかっちゅうんは
the more I see him in his hair, I'm like, bro, I should get my hair cut. Like that short. I say short, it's not short, but it's a lot shorter than mine. Mine is like at least twice as long. Cause like, I don't want to get my hair cut, but it's so long. It's so like,
わしかてなくしとうありません。
so much to manage.
それに
And like that size, that length is like, I'm like, bro, it would be so nice to like have my hair be that short. It's not even that short. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm now understanding why women don't grow their hair this long. Like, women have longer hair than men usually, but like not this long. Like, I'm like on the extreme for even like women. You know, every day I realize more and more why that is.
ジン、
Because it sucks. No, it's just like today I was driving to pick my brothers up from school and I had my windows down because it was nice outside. And like my hair was in a ponytail, but like the wind was like blowing on my hair and loosening it out of my ponytail, which I mean, I guess if I would have tightened it, like made it tighter, it wouldn't have done this. But like eventually it came out and was like blowing my hair all over the place, and my hair was like sticking out the window, so I was like, I had to keep like pulling it inside. And then when I rolled my windows up, when I was like parking in the driveway, I had to make sure my hair wasn't out the window. And then when I was waiting to pick up my brothers, like I was at the park waiting for them to come to my car, I parked under this tree, and it was like it had these little flowers out, like, you know, it was blooming or whatever, and like they kept falling off and like coming, like getting blown into my car and getting stuck in my hair, and I kept like pulling them out and like throwing them either out of the car or like in at the like bottom of like my, like where my feet are or whatever. Earlier, like after I got home, I was like, I can't remember what I was doing, but I was like running my fingers through my hair, just like, I don't know, just running my fingers through my hair, and I felt something in my hair, and I was like, what is that? And then like I like pulled it out, and it was one of the petals from those flowers, and I was like, great, there's like probably more in my hair, and I just didn't feel them get in my hair. But I guess like having like that doesn't really have to do anything with, doesn't have anything to do with the length, like the extra length, just like having long hair, that would happen to anybody. But anyway, it was just like there's so many things like you don't realize that having long hair gets in the way of, I guess, or like makes more difficult. Oh, that was the other thing, is like working on my PC when I was like swapping out the fan and stuff like that, like when I was under my desk, because I was saying I was like rerunning my cables when I put everything back to like make them a little bit tidier. When I was under my desk, anytime I moved, I had to like I had to like be sure that I wasn't like on my hair, because like there was a bunch of times where I kept like crawling around or like moving around, and like my hair was like under my leg or under my knee or under my arm or hand or whatever, and I would like pull on it and be like, oh, like, you know, have to adjust and like make sure it's out of the way. And then I was looking for the puppy's like water dish, because like there was like some day last week, I don't remember what day, but my mom was like, can you feed the puppy and you know, put him to bed at this time? I think it was Friday, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. And when I went out to feed him, actually no, that morning I went out to feed, or not, I went out to do like get water or something, and his food bowl and his water dish were missing. And I was like, this kid, like, because every time he eats and like drinks his water, he likes to play with the bowls. And so like I was like, I don't know where they are, but like whatever, later on, like he wants to throw his water dish around, then he's not gonna get water. Like maybe he'll learn eventually, like, oh, if I hide my water dish, it doesn't get refilled. But later that day, my mom was like, hey, can you feed the puppy and put him to sleep around like 8 or whatever? Like feed him, we usually feed him around 6 and then put him to bed around like 8 or 9. And I was like, yeah, sure. And then I went out there and I was like, all right, he hasn't had water all day, so I'm gonna find his water dish and give him some water. And so like I had to crawl around on the floor and like look under the couch and under the like entertainment center, under the fridge and stuff to find his water dish. And when I found it, I was like, cool. And then I got up, like I was on my like hands and knees, like looking under, and then I, you know, like pulled it out from under the couch, and it was annoying because I had to like keep fighting him off because he was like trying to play with me and like jump all over me and like try to like stop me from getting the water dish out from under the couch for some reason. And then when I finally got it out, I went to stand up, and my knee was on my hair, and I heard like a bunch of hair just get like yanked out of my head, like out of my scalp, and I was like, it hurt. And I like the noise, I was like, that sounded like it was like if you pull out your hair, you can hear it get plucked. It was like like a bunch of like, you know, plucking sounds. And I was just like, and then like I got up and I ran my fingers through my hair, and I had like not like a whole lock of hair, but like I counted at least 10 hairs, and they were all like together and like all around the same length. And I was like, yep, that just like that just a chunk just got ripped out of my head because I was on my hair when I stood up, and just like wasn't careful with my hair. And yeah, I don't know, but that's the thing, that's what I'm saying. It's just like when you grow your hair long, you start to realize that like it is like, I've talked about it before, but it is like it's like another like limb you have to be aware of that you're not aware of because you can't feel it. I've talked about like the length that my hair is at. It's like goes down past my butt now. And so it's like a tail. And so like I have to like, it's like a tail that you can't feel. So I have to like be aware of where I'm swinging it and where it's at, and like it gets annoying sometimes.
あんたや千鳥3人でやってきたことも施設におった頃のことも全部それだけは死んでもごめんや。クソみたいなあの施設のことは何も覚えとられんでもええ。制御もできん力を押し付けられて、見知った顔もどんどんおらんようになって、せやけどたった一つ忘れたらあかんことがあるんです。あの生き地獄の中で聞いたあんたの言葉だけは、高谷の言葉にわしは高谷の言葉が
This guy
わしの命に意味をくれた。
talks like Fuka. Excuse me. Talks like Fuka, just not as quiet. But he does the thing of like 4 syllables, long pause, 3 more syllables, long pause, 4 more syllables, long pause. And it's just like, bro, just talk.
その言葉を忘れてしまったら 生きとる意味なんざありません。
Like that was like 2 seconds.
あんたに比べたらしょっぱい理由かもしれません。たかが言葉の一つや。そんでも
That was like another 2 seconds.
たかがやない。勝たなあかんのはわしも同じです。
そうですか。では共に確かめるとしましょ
Given this
う。
whole thing, and he's like, "Is that so?" Anyway,
彼らと我々とどちらの運命が選ばれるのかを。
はい。
I'm so paranoid about my fan now. Cause like, what if this game is what killed the header? I don't know why that would be a thing, but I don't know. I'm paranoid. Cause that's the thing is like, the fan could have been dead before this game even came out, and I just had no idea. Or the header on my motherboard.
やるわよ。
Become a samurai set. Yoho Muramasa.
やるじゃない。
Samurai's Haori. It's expensive. I'll take it.
バー
Oh, I didn't see what he said he was gonna sell next time. Dang it, I missed it again. I had to sneeze and then it went away. I mean, if my nose still tickles, like I have to sneeze still, but not like ready to sneeze. That was annoying. Will make my dad's sins disappear. Why'd you say it like that? No Akihiko no Junpei. We're gonna find out what the tomatoes do tomorrow. Oh. Oh, they're both here. I was thinking like, who am I gonna hang out with? And then when I came here just now, I was like, oh, actually, there's no one to hang out with. I mean, there are other people to hang out with, but they're like, why would I not hang out with this guy over everyone else? He's so limited. 1 day a week. Okay. Do I have a son still? Yes. He's so dramatic. I mean, I guess he's allowed to be. Oh, what?
ああ、悪い。没頭していたものだから。これ、僕が考えた話の主人公だ
Okay.
よ。
I'm glad I didn't pretend. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe there's like a better option to pick there. There might have been an one of the other options might have got me like a little musical note, but I feel like he likes me to be honest, and so I will be honest rather than like saying what they want to hear. Because I feel like, I mean, that's how I treated most of the social links anyway. Is like, I'm gonna pick what I want to pick, like what I feel like I would say or might say in that situation, or closest thing to what I would say, rather than just what they want to hear. But then also sometimes I do pick what they want to hear because I'm like, I don't know, I should be nice to them and make them feel good. But this guy, he doesn't want that. So I don't know if there would have been a better answer.
豊かな森に生まれたんだけど、ピンク色だか
Cause like, how would I know about his pink alligator? He's never told me about this before, unless I forgot or something.
だから餌もろくに取れなくて、いつもお腹を空かせてる。森の住人たちは彼のことを嫌ってるんだ。気持ち悪いとか、呪。
Oh,
そんな
he said Noroi, or he was going to say it.
彼にある時友達ができた。それはうまく飛べない小鳥。
He said I'm a little bird that has trouble flying.
小鳥は彼の背から飛ぶ練習を毎日したんだ。
Oh, that's the thing. The birds in my roof, they're not birds. At least I don't think they're birds now. I think they're either like rats or squirrels or something. Cause they have babies now. Cause I can hear them now. The last like couple days, the last few days, I've been hearing like little squeaks up in the ceiling, and then like, you know, little feet moving around in a way that I'm like, wait a minute. At first I thought it was like birds, cause like I would hear like scratching, and I'm like, oh, it's like birds like, you know, walking around. But it wasn't like it wasn't frequent enough that like it was infrequent enough that I thought it was birds, because I'm like, oh, they're like, you know, you can hear them scratching as they walk like to and from their nest and like the edge of the house, like you know, from their nest to the opening that they come and go from. But now I'm hearing like the scurrying and shuffling a lot more and for like longer, that I'm like, okay, if it was birds, they wouldn't be walking around so much. Because like birds have nests, they don't just like, you know, live on a flat like surface or whatever. And I guess rats and stuff like that can make nests, squirrels and stuff, but I'm hearing like back and forth throughout the ceiling in a way that I'm like, okay. And like I was saying, and like little squeaking, like squeals, like baby rodents squealing for their mom or something. And like I'll hear the squealing and then like shuffling, and then like the squealing stops. So I'm like, okay, the babies are squealing and the mom's going over, or the dad, whatever, the parents are going over to like shut the babies up. And it's happening a lot in a way, like, and it's like, because at first I was like, oh, they had like, there's baby birds or whatever, because like for a long time I thought they were birds. And so when I first started hearing it a couple days ago or a few days ago, I was like, the birds had babies, like there's little chicks up there now. It was all like, at first I was like, oh, it's like the squeaking was high pitched, and I was like, oh, it's like, you know, they're like chirping for their mom, you know, maybe they're hungry or whatever. And then like the next time I heard them, I was like, this doesn't sound like chirping, because I feel like, because it's like chirps are like chirps, they're like beep beep, like chirp 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 chirp. But then like rodents, like rats and squirrels and other like smaller like rodents, when they, you know, squeak and stuff, it's like longer. Like a chirp is a lot shorter than a squeak, or like a squeak can be longer, whereas like I feel like bird chirps are always like chirps, like they're short. Not that birds can't like make long calls or whatever, but these noises, like I was like, these sound like longer than what like baby birds chirping would sound like. And then I started listening more closely, and I was like, no, it sounds like squeaks, like little baby rodents like squeaking. And then yeah, then like the more I heard it, and the more like the last like couple days, like the more it's been happening, I'm like, no, they had, it's gotta be, I think it's probably squirrels, like it's more likely squirrels, I think, and then rats, or mice or whatever, because like, not that rats or mice can't get up into the ceiling, but I'm like, it'd probably be a lot easier like I haven't seen rats or mice anywhere around here, but I've seen squirrels, I guess is the thing. But I don't know. Rats and mice are good at hiding, I guess. Either way, I think it's cuter that it's rodents, whatever type of rodent it may be. But I'm worried that if it's like rats or mice, they're gonna cause problems. If it's squirrels, I don't think it'll be a problem. But I'm like not going to do anything about it until they start causing problems, if they start causing problems. But I don't know. I guess that's just like an update on the the birds in my walls are actually rats in my walls. No, they're in the ceiling though. Like I haven't heard them. I've only heard them in the ceiling, like scurrying. Like it sounds like they've been moving further this way now, because like for the longest time they were just like right above my bed, like right in that corner. But I feel like the last couple of days I've heard like the noise move further this way, in a way that I'm like, okay, hopefully they're not like digging holes and like, you know, digging further. Hopefully it's more like they're, you know, they need more room now that they have, you know, babies. So they're like, you know, starting to like take over more of the space, I guess, or use more of the space. Anyway, his bird thing just reminded me of that. What do I think? Sounds interesting. Oh, that reminds me also. Forgot he likes to read, but I started reading the Eorzea Academy. I read through like I think the first chapter only. I can't remember, either the first chapter or the first two chapters. To the end of the little sports day thing they did. And it's cute. I don't know. It's pretty slice of lifey, and like at least the first chapter or two, it's very like thin, I guess. Like they're trying to like, I don't know, it's very like fan servicey, where like it's like, oh look, it's Xenos, oh look, it's Y'shtola, oh look, it's Cryo, it's Graha. It's like they're just like, it's everybody, and like there's nothing really like happening. But Alisaie seems to be the main character. Like Alisaie and Alphinaud, I guess, are the main characters, but it seems like it's more Alisaie, which is part of why I got it. And it seems like that's kind of how it's advertised too. But it does have like literally, like I was saying, the first chapter is just like, look, it's, you know, this character, look, it's this character, look, it's this character, and it just keeps like introducing everybody that has ever been in 14's story. And I'm not sure, I think it takes place before Endwalker. But I mean, it's not canon, I guess, it doesn't matter. But like, well, I guess, I don't know. I don't know when it finished or when it came out. I don't remember. But it's after Shadow, or it's like at least post Shadowbringers, maybe not like after the I don't know. It's Emmett Selk is in there. So it's far enough at least that he's known, I guess. But anyway, it's very like fluffy, just like here are the characters you like and you know and love in this like high school setting.
でも僕のための話だからそれはいいんだ。だけどできれば君にも何かを与えられたらって願うよ。この間から考えてた。僕のための幸せな話を書きたいって。僕がそこに自分の生きた意味を見出せるような。書くときは君を思い浮かべてる。まだ死ぬなと君が言ってくれそうな気がして。
It's like I can hear you telling me not to die just yet. Bro, I'm not saying that. But I am, because I saw 4 more levels on your social link, so don't die yet.
もうすぐ風が吹いてくる。ここのところそういうのがわかるんだ。時間がないのかな。帰ろう。また会えることを祈るよ。
But yeah, I was talking about Yuko's social links being so much longer than everyone else's. Like, hers was like at least twice as long as this guy's was. Even with me like taking breaks to like talk about the birds, the rats at my ceiling. Man, if Chidori was my girlfriend, I would never be so busy that I wouldn't be able to hang out with her. She would be the #1 priority. It would be like I'm too busy to do anything else except for hang out with Chidori. Victoriaki. I might hang out with Aegis. Oh, but Yukari's coming with us. Why can't these two like do the... Wait, no. Yukari and Junpei. Why can't they do what I need them to do? I think we just need to watch one more DVD with her. Actually, it might be 2. I think we only need to... It's 2 and 1 for one of them. Like, we either need to read with Junpei twice more and watch DVDs with her once more, or the opposite. I don't want to take Koromaru for a walk because I want to hang out with Aegis. Because, like, she's going to buff my tomatoes. And Aegis, I don't remember what she did for my spinach, but I think it was like the group heal. Hold on, I might still have some. Yeah, so 30 SP to all allies, which then it's like, okay, she's probably gonna do like whatever the tomato is to all allies. And it sucks that Shinji's gone, because I think Shinji had one that was like, his was like 50 to all allies or something. And I think I ate it. Oh no, his is 100 to one person, which is better than Fuka's. But maybe Fuka gives you more? I don't know. I just remember when I got his, I was like, oh wow, that's like good. Anyway, I'm worried if I don't do the Koromaru, I'll miss on hanging out with Yukari, because I do want to see her little thing of whatever she says of like, it's almost over, you know, because kind of what Ken did, but it's also so like short, but it's like worth more. I would say it's so short that it's almost like nothing, but it's worth more than the same thing we have been doing with Aegis over and over again, but almost not, because I love Aegis, and so like more time with Aegis, even if it's repeating the same scene over and over again, is worth more than new scenes from anyone else. I love Aegis. I love Aegis. I love Aegis. That's all. That's all my brain can think is I love Aegis. Anyway, let me check this fridge again. I'm like, I know it said 11:11. Okay. But I was like, it's 11:01. Maybe my brain added an extra 1 just in case. Let me check. Man. I want the tomato buff. Well, we'll see what the tomato is first. So I'll hang out with Koromaru and Yukari.
疲れた。コーロちゃん早いって。
やっぱりコロちゃんも気合入ってんのかな。あさってだもんね。私はちょっとドキドキしてる。きっとうまくいくよね。あ、おかえり。相変わらずあんたは元気だね。何加えてんの？
Homunculus.
おお、すごいの拾ってきたね。コロちゃんって意外とお目が
He
高い
just found a homunculus, put it in his mouth, and brought it over to us.
まんざらでもなさそうな顔してる。さてと、じゃあそろそろ帰ろっか。
Okay. When I get my tomatoes, depending on what the stat is, I might reload
おはよ
and hang out with Igus instead.
う。さすがだね。
I love it when Igus has something to say. I'm not worried. Excuse me, man. Where's the tower person? Yuko, where'd you go? Come back. Did I finish Kuka's? No. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I didn't. Oh, we're not gonna grow yet. If Yukari will grow, she sent me a text. I wonder why you have to press X to go to the rooftop. When going downstairs, you don't have to press anything, you just walk. That's it. Her new dialogue is just pick anything you like. I'm gonna buy 3 more of these. Oh, that's PAX happened over the weekend. I guess it started like earlier in the week too, like Thursday or something. Maybe Wednesday, I don't know. I remember seeing something, some kind of like PAX, like the GDQ channel was doing like some kind of PAX thing. And so I was like, oh, I guess PAX is already starting. But then there's a Final Fantasy 14 like little presentation. I don't know what the word is for it. Stream, I guess. And they talked about Endwalker. They announced the release date, which is the official like full release is July 2nd. But there's early access. Early access starting the 28th of June, which I was like, okay, that's cool, but because that's like July 4th, so like that's like perfect timing for like people who, you know, want to play. I mean, I'm gonna look. Hold on, because I didn't look to see like what actual day the 2nd is, but that's like, oh yeah, okay, so that's Tuesday. That makes sense. They do all their updates on Tuesday. But starting like the weekend before, for early access. But the following weekend is 4th of July, so like, you know, people don't really have to take time off. I mean, I guess you could take that week off or like take a few days off, like the days, I guess, up to the 4th of July off. Well, whatever, you don't have to like take that much time off. Like, you don't, like, you can, it's perfectly lined up with the 4th, that like maybe you don't get in on the first day or the first couple days, but you can play over the weekend. I don't know. Cause like, I remember when Endwalker came out, there was like a big deal because they delayed it. And so people who had taken time off, you know, who had like put in, you know, like, hey, I want to take these days off of work because they wanted to play the expansion, you know, got screwed over because of the delay. And so now they're like, here you go. And so it's like, okay, Americans at least, it's like, okay, I'm gonna plan, you know, I can take these days off and I don't have to take as many days off, because that, what, the 4th is on a Friday? Because no, it's Thursday, so you probably get Friday off too. And so all you have to do is take Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. And then you can play early access the weekend before, and then, yeah, whatever, you only have to take 3 days off, and then you get, like, you know, the whole week off. But what was it? Oh, well, the other thing though that sucks is, like, that's also the weekend. The 4th of July weekend is, at least I'm assuming, is Anime Expo. I feel like it's always on the 4th of July. Hold on. Or over that weekend. Yeah. Oh, it starts on, yeah, July 4th to the 7th. Which I was talking about it last stream, I think. Maybe the stream before that, but Honda was like, he texted me and was like, hey, are you going to Anime Expo? And I said, probably not. And then he said, or I said, probably not, but I might change my mind when it gets closer to it. And he said, please do. And I was like, in my head, I was like, I don't know, maybe. Because I do want to go. I haven't been in years. It'd be fun. But now that the 14 Dawn Trail release date is that weekend, like that week and weekend, like I would want to play during that weekend. I don't think I'm gonna go to Anime Expo. But I don't know, who knows? We'll see. I'm hanging out with Yukari, I think. I just want to do that. Let me save first, actually. I'm too lazy? Alright. Oh god.
するから。分かったって。じゃあね。お母さんからだった。今までのことを許してほしいって。私が許さないんだったら再婚やめるって。やだ、なんかちょっと震えてる。ちょっと座ってもいい？
Jeez.
ごめんね。もう大丈夫だから。自分でも驚いちゃってさ。こんな日が来るなんて思ってなかったっていうか。今度会う約束しちゃった。なんか緊張するな。
Do you want to see her?
別に進んで会いたいわけじゃないよ。どうせまた辛いし。10年近く冷え切ってたんだもん。正直そんな簡単じゃないよ。会えばまたひどいこと言っちゃうかも。
She gonna ask me to go with her?
でもね、それでも話してみようと思ったんだ。逃げてちゃ変わらないのは私も同じだし。それにね、お母さん、今でもお父さんのこと大切に思ってるんだと思う。ただ耐えられなかったんだよ、大事な人を亡くしたこと。うまく言えないけど、私ね、あなたや寮のみんなといて分かったの。自分を支えてくれる人たちがいる。それって結構幸せなことだなって。でもお母さんには誰もいなかったからすがるしかなかったんだよね。愛した人がいなくなって一人ぼっちってすごくしんどいことだと思うから。だからって男にばっか走るのもどうかと思うけどさ。
Nice.
ピアスは今度でいいや。今日はもう帰ろう。いよいよ明日で最後の作戦ですね。まあね。けどたった半年ちょいでいろいろあったよね。あなたはどう？
Sure.
だよね。あなたいつも面倒そうだもんね。
俺的には暇してるよりかは全然良かったけどな。いろんな人にも会えたしさ。
そうですね。無駄なことは一つもなかったさ。力を得て2年半。悪くない時間だった。真田さん。
コロちゃんにも会えたしね。それにしても真田先輩2年半って長いですよね。あ、アイギスはもっと長いか。私はほとんど寝ていたので実稼働は極めて短いであります。
桐城先輩はいつからやってんですか？確か真田さんよりもっと前からって。
私か？最初は私一人だった。もっともその頃はまだ作戦もなく、ここもただの学生寮だったかな。
先輩も理事長から誘われて？
いや、違う。私は幼い頃から影時間への適性があったんだ。以前父の指揮するタルタロス調査の一団がシャドウに襲われたことがあってな。傍らで見ていた私にその時ペルソナが覚醒したんだ。
そんなことが。
私は安定制御下でペルソナを覚醒できた最初の例だったらしい。あの日私に覚醒が起こらなければ今日のみんなの苦労は
It's all your
なかったの
fault.
かもな。
道誰かがやっただろ
I don't know why. I was talking about this the other day. I was talking about how when I was talking about that stupid group project I had to do with the where we like talked about like internet language basically, and like the different languages, you know, different websites have and stuff like that. And I was talking about 4chan having like the filters that change SMH, TBH, and FAM to Baka Desu Senpai. And so when Fuka said Senpai right there, my brain auto-translated it to FAM. Like I read Senpai, and my brain was like, FAM. I spent too much time on that website. Anyway. Barely at level 6. That's like, I guess that's like a hint. That's your hint that like this is not the end. It's like your full Persona Social Link is like barely hitting level 6. Rage high. Anger of being tricked turns into power. Oh, because it's a fake. Didn't he say it was like a replica or something? Wait, I like that. Slash evasion high rather than 1 HP. Oh, that's why I survived that hit that one time. What was I fighting? There was something that like hit me and I survived with 1 HP and I was like, cool, but then I was like, is that normal, or is that just like because of or I was like, I thought it might be like an Omori thing, because in Omori you can't die, like, well, not that you can't die, but if you get hit with something excuse me, Omori will survive with 1 HP, and then if you get hit again, then you will die. Like once you get dropped to 1 HP, I can't remember what, if it's like once per fight or something, or maybe only during boss fights or something, but the first time you die, I guess, in a fight, you do not succumb. You stay, you drop to 1 HP, and then you survive for 1 more turn. So you can heal up and stuff like that if you want. But if you get dropped again, you will die. You'll game over. So in my brain, when we got hit and survived with 1 HP, I was like, at the time, I was like, is that like an Omori thing? Is that like a quality of life kind of thing, that like when you get dropped to 1 HP? Because it might have been an instant kill that like hit me, or an attack or something, but something should have killed me. It didn't kill me. I survived with 1 HP, and I was like, oh, why did I survive that? That's weird. I should have died, but cool, I'll take it. And at the time I thought, like, I was thinking like, why did I survive? Is it the Omori thing? Did they decide like, oh, we should add that because insta kills are like the most frustrating thing to die to. But I don't think it was an insta kill, because we still have a million homunculuses. But whatever it was, yeah, whatever. I was just like, my brain was like, and I think I talked about it a lot. I was like, is that an Omori thing, or is like there's some other reason I survived that attack? And now that I swapped gear, I realized this thing let me survive. Was 1 HP. Anyway, everybody's here. Nobody wants to do anything, so. Okay. check on these plants. I'm gonna save. Golden tomato and tiny golden tomato. Oops. HP and 10 SP. HP and 30 SP. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking they would do, is HP and SP, which is sick. But now I'm like, I really want to reload, because if we get Aigis to get us some of these, she can give us the party wide ones, which would, I'm sure, be 100 HP and maybe 10 SP. I don't know if it would do 30 SP, but I don't know. I feel like I kind of would rather have the spinach, because like you get, like, the SP is more important to me. Because we still have, like, we have 60 of these and a bunch of other healing things that are pretty big. Whereas the spinach, 30 SP to 1 ally. Well, I guess no, because the golden tomato, the normal one is 30 HP or 100 HP, 30 SP to 1 ally. So never mind. There's no reason to do spinach, because I was thinking the tiny one of, like, you only get 10 SP, but that's if you use Junpei and get the crappy one. I think you get more of those, but still. So I think Aigis would be like 100 SP and 100 HP, 30 SP to all allies, which is cool and good, but not what I'm gonna go with. I'll just stick with what I have. Whatever. We at least got a homunculus. I don't know. But I am still kind of tempted to, like, go reload and just skip out on hanging out with Yukari. So what was I gonna? I don't think I was gonna do anything, but my brain was like, "There's something I'm forgetting." I hope I'm not forgetting anything. I gotta pee, so I'm gonna go pee real quick, and then we'll just do something on this computer. Get that HP, I guess. Okay. I'm actually going to call it here because I don't feel very well. I wasn't feeling very well like right before I got up, but I was like, it's probably just like, I don't know, maybe when I get up to pee I'll feel better. But I was like standing over there just like kind of like waiting for it to go away, kind of, because like sometimes that's what happens is like when I'm sitting I'll feel like, you know, a little nauseous, a little sick, and then I'll get up and just like walk around for a minute and I'll feel better. Like, I don't know, something about standing up, you know, adjust the contents of my stomach or whatever in a way that I feel better. I don't know, but it's not going away, and I feel like it's only going to get worse. And I don't want to be in the middle of like the full moon mission and stuff like that. So like I'm also like, I keep clearing my throat and feeling like I need to clear my throat in a way that's like happens when I get nauseous, and that's like what makes me feel like I'm gonna puke sometimes, is I keep clearing my throat, and then eventually like I'll gag and then I'll throw up. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here because yeah, I don't want to get worse and then, you know, be miserable going through all of this, but I can just do this tomorrow night. So sorry for the abrupt ending, but I'll be back tomorrow, I swear. And maybe during the day, if I don't have to pick up my brothers from school and take them to the gym, I'll try to stream something during the day. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. That's it for me. Goodbye.